Here's your First Warn Weather Forecast First, sponsored by Anderson Collision Center. Visit driveanderson.com.
Keeping an eye on a few isolated severe thunderstorms that are currently moving across southwest Wisconsin here late this afternoon and evening. While we don't have any warnings for the immediate area, still watching the threat for some stronger winds associated with this line of thunderstorms moving just to the east and northeast here of Platteville. Most of this is going to stay across southern Wisconsin, so north of the state line, but we could have a shower or two develop along the southern edge and work through over the next couple of hours. It's been a hot one. Temperatures today have made it into the low 90s. In fact, 92 was our temperature the last hour in Rockford. We're now at 90, 91 in Rochelle, and 90 degrees right now in Dixon. As we go through this evening, we'll hang on to that isolated severe threat. Mostly cloudy skies then as we head throughout the overnight, but keeping an eye on some thunderstorms that develop further upstream. Those are expected to move in early tomorrow. Find out the impacts those could have on our severe potential going into tomorrow afternoon. That is coming up in the First Warn forecast a little later.
3 sheriff's deputies are shot at a home in a gated community. We have the latest from the Ogle County Sheriff. Plus, many Americans are gearing up for the 4th of July. What local firefighters say you can do to avoid a trip to the ER. And Hard Rock Rockford's casino sets an opening date, the amenities to attract visitors to the state line.
Live from WTVO 17, this is Eyewitness News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy. Wendell Edwards is off tonight. Several people are shot in a gated community in Dixon. 3 officers were wounded. Tom Lewis is live at the scene with the latest details from the Ogle County Sheriff. Tom, what do we know?
Well, Mimi, what started off as a peaceful spring morning in Dixon turned violent. 3 Ogle County Sheriff's deputies shot while entering a home in the Lost Lake section of Dixon. That is a gated community. This all started at 8:39 when authorities got a call that there was some individual in a home in the Lost Lake section threatening harm to himself and to others. Authorities then descended on this section of town. At that point, they tried to establish a dialogue with that person. They set up a perimeter. When that dialogue failed, here's what the Ogle County Sheriff says happened next.
Due to the lack of communication, it was determined that our emergency response team would enter the house and determine the well-being of that individual. Immediately upon entering the house, our deputies received fire from inside the house. 3 deputies were struck by gunfire and transported to local hospitals.
Mimi, we were told after that press conference, I asked the sheriff about the condition of those deputies. He said their condition is good. They're expected to recover. We don't yet know the identity of the suspect or who may have been in that home at the time or what prompted him to make threats against himself or those inside that home. But the good news, as we can report, the sheriff's deputies that were shot, 3 of them are expected to recover. We'll, of course, stay on this story. We'll have another update this hour here on WTVO. For now, live in Dixon, Tom Lewis, Mimi, back to you.
All right, Tom, thanks for that live report. A Freeport man's arrested after police say they found 2 guns in his home. Ryan Brammer is charged with possession of a weapon by a felon. Yesterday, Freeport police searched his home and found 2 shotguns and ammunition. Brammer was arrested and taken to the Stevenson County Jail. The discovery of an alleged marijuana grow operation leads to the arrest of a Rockford man. On June 3rd, Rockford Police's narcotics unit searched a home on Green Meadow Avenue. Investigators say they found over 130 cannabis plants, more than 5 pounds of cannabis, and about 3,000 rounds of ammunition in a garage. That garage was equipped with a watering, lighting, and ventilation system. Tyler Atkins is charged with manufacturing and delivering cannabis and producing cannabis plants. The 57-year-old's also accused of possessing ammunition without a FOID card. Atkins is out of jail on pretrial release. He's due back in court next month. Local first responders remind residents about the dangers of fireworks. Most are illegal in Illinois. Rockford Fire says around 19,000 fires a year are caused by fireworks. And during fireworks season, about half of the visits to the ER are from people with firework-related injuries. Experts say just because fireworks aren't called explosives doesn't mean they're safe.
The one thing I would want people to know is that fireworks are explosives. we have to look at them that way.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't play with explosives, but just changing the word to fireworks doesn't make them safe.
Parents are also advised to keep an eye on their children if they play with sparklers. Sparklers can burn from 1,200 to 1,600 degrees, and it only takes 120 degrees to start burning your skin. We are just 3 weeks away from the 4th of July, and there will be plenty happening in Rockford. But the main event is, of course, the fireworks. If you'd like to avoid the crowds and watch the fireworks show in the comfort of your home, you can do that too. Tune in to WTVO 17 for our annual live 4th of July special, A Celebration of Freedom. Coverage starts at 9 with the fireworks at 9:30. Rockford drivers taking South Main Street will have to find another route. The Illinois Railway crossing on the street closed today. Railroad crews are removing and replacing the crossing signals and arm. Detours are posted on Winnebago Street. The crossing is expected to reopen by June 22nd. Residents at a local senior living center celebrate a new place to gather. Fairhaven Christian Retirement Center held a dedication for its newly constructed pavilion. The outdoor space can be reserved by seniors and their families for events and parties. Center administrators say residents have been waiting for months for the project to be complete.
The residents are so excited to have this. They have been watching this over the fall season, watched it, become a reality for them. And then they just now today, it's a great day of celebration that we have it here and can use it.
Fairhaven plans to hold additional events at the pavilion all summer long. Hard Rock's permanent casino gets its grand opening date. The doors are set to open at 3 p.m. on August 29th. The casino will have 6 restaurants, a concert venue, and a music lounge. 50 live table games, 1,300 slot machines, and a state-of-the-art sports book are all planned. The president of Hard Rock Rockford expects plenty of people will travel to the state line for this experience.
It was designed to expand that reach and bring people in from far away. And just at the opening act that we've been operating now for over 2.5 years, we've welcomed guests from all 50 states, plus the District of Columbia, over 30 countries and territories. About 40% of our guests at the opening act come from outside of 60 miles of Rockford.
Hard Rock plans to announce the live performances for the opening weekend soon. Rockford residents can now book a trip to the City of Angels. Rockford's airport held a kickoff event to launch Allegiant Air's new direct flight to Los Angeles. It's the second of 2 new destinations offered at RFD this year, with Nashville flights taking off last month. Allegiant recently announced these 2 routes, though, would be cut from their schedule this fall. RFD's executive director is hopeful demand from the community will catch Allegiant's attention.
When we get a new route announced out of here, really the goal is to make sure it gets out to the public. We get good passenger service. We actually get good awareness locally, because for us to build that route out and to add new routes in the future, just being able to show that demand is real and that the community wants to support it, that's the best thing we can do.
RFD is working with Allegiant to re-announce dates for flights to LA and Nashville next spring. A critical incident in the Lost Lake subdivision up next. Reaction from residents after 3 Ogle County Sheriff's deputies are shot. And coming up at 6, golfers tee off for a good cause, the annual fundraiser helping Rockford graduates go to college.
Keeping a close eye on some thunderstorms moving across southwest Wisconsin. Those have had some damaging winds associated with them, but our temperatures today made it into the 90s. We may see several more 90-degree days before we're done with the next 7 days. We'll look at when the heat returns and when our storm chances come back, all in the First Warn forecast a little later.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team, with Mimi Murphy, Wendell Edwards, Scott Leber, and Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
We are continuing to follow a developing story out of rural Dixon after 3 Ogle County Sheriff's deputies and a suspect are shot. Investigators say it all started as a welfare check and turned into an hours-long standoff. This happened in a gated community. Our Blake Dietz is there and he joins us now live. Blake, I understand you talked to a neighbor?
Yeah, I did, Mimi. She tells me she was tending to her garden only a couple hundred feet from the house where the shooting took place when she was shocked by an explosion followed by multiple gunshots. The 19-year resident of Lost Lake says the community is still trying to process the events that occurred this morning, with calls and texts going out across the neighborhood checking on people. She tells me, though, she doesn't expect this act of violence to shake them for very long.
I think in time, after all the facts are out, because there's too many things going on where people aren't sure what's exactly happened, once they're all at ease that it's an isolated incident, I think we'll return to our usual with just this as a little blip in your life in the background. And just thankfully, no one passed away. That is the biggest thing right there.
And again, as we reported earlier, 3 Ogle County deputies and 1 resident of Lost Lake were taken to nearby hospitals with gunshot wounds. They are in good condition, according to officials. However, the names of them have not been revealed at this time. We'll bring any new information that we receive coming up at 6. Back to you, Mimi.
All right, Blake, certainly good news that all are expected to recover. Thanks for that live report. Well, it was a hot day with some areas hitting the 90s. When we come back, Candace tells us about showers and thunderstorms moving through parts of the state line.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Keeping an eye on a few thunderstorms that are moving across portions of southwest now into southern Wisconsin late this afternoon and evening. In fact, we've got a new severe thunderstorm warning out for western portions of Greene County. This is in southern Wisconsin, and that warning will run until 6 o'clock here this evening. It's for the line of thunderstorms that have had a history of actually producing some damaging winds back further to the west, thanks to some pretty dry air we have down at the surface. So really these downburst wind gusts are possible. So winds upwards of 60 miles per hour and even quarter-sized hail will occur with this line of thunderstorms as it is moving slowly to the east now at 25 miles per hour. So with the slow movement of the storm, we're also going to be dealing with some heavy rain. Now the bulk of this will likely stay north of the state line, but we could see some additional thunderstorm development kind of sneak further to the south, and that would give us through the next couple of hours. So hanging on to that isolated severe threat south of the state line. Now one thing you may notice too, kind of on the southern fringe of the storms, an increase in our winds. In fact, we had a wind gust out in Galena close to 35 miles per hour. So some gusty winds may also accompany some of the showers as those move through kind of over the next couple of hours. But we've had quite a bit of heat to really feed off of these thunderstorms. Notice some of that cooler air out in Galena where the temperature now is 74. We compare that to our 90 we have here in Rockford. We take a live look with our SkyTrack camera up in Beloit looking off to the west. You can see the darker clouds. These storms are well to the west of Beloit, but there's enough energy in the atmosphere to kind of help sustain some of the strength of these storms as they continue to move to the east. So again, that isolated severe threat, highest risk across southern Wisconsin, but we may see a storm or two sneak south of the state line over the next couple of hours. Now that window for storms will come to an end by about 9 o'clock tonight, but additional thunderstorm development to the northwest of us will move in overnight. Those will move out by tomorrow morning. Low risk for severe thunderstorms with those. Then we turn our attention to what we see form tomorrow afternoon. This is ahead of a cold front that'll come through. Still watching the timing of that and how much energy we're able to build up before that cold front comes through. If we're able to build up quite a bit of it, we actually see thunderstorms develop further to the north across northern Illinois. These would be severe. Large hail would be our biggest threat with that, as those storms then shift to the south, along with a wind threat and potential localized flash flooding, just given the amount of moisture we have. That threat then comes to an end late tomorrow evening. High pressure builds in by the time we get into Friday. That'll help clear us out, but we've got a big ridge of high pressure that builds in by the time we get into next week. So with that, temperatures and several days of some heat as those numbers are back into the 90s, but we'll hang on to that storm threat for next week.
It's going to be toasty. All right, thanks, Candace. Scott's in next with sports. Will the Celtics take another step toward an NBA championship tonight? Scott has a preview. And the Packers are asking for more out of Jordan Love this coming season. We'll learn what he's working on this week.
Now sports with sports director Scott Lever.
It's a pivotal night in the NBA Finals. Either the Celtics will take complete control, making it likely a very short series, where the Mavericks could rise up and threaten to make it a long one. They're going to play Game 3 in Dallas. The Celtics won their first 2 games on their home court. Game 1 was a blowout. Game 2 was a tight one. The Mavericks, with the exception of Luka Doncic, have shot poorly so far in the series. Jason Kidd is hoping his guys will regain their touch on their home court.
Hell serve, and that's what we're talking about, is just focusing on Game 3. We felt there in Game 2 we had opportunities that we just let get away from us.
Once again, you'll be able to see tonight's game right here on WTVO. Game time is 7:30. We'll keep Saturday, October the 12th open, Ice Hogs fans. That's when the Hogs open next season at the BMO. That info came out today. The opponent is to be determined. The entire schedule for the season will come out later. Well, the Packers are full go with their mini camp this week in Green Bay, and one thing they're working on is having Jordan Love call plays in the 2-minute drill. He's been splitting those duties up with offensive coordinator Adam Stenovich. It's the next step in Love's maturation as a quarterback, and he's all for it.
I do like it, calling 2-minute plays. I think if anything, it just helps being able to understand the play calls. Be always thinking about that next play, kind of as you're going on the play and just knowing the situation. So I think it helps prepare me and just get more comfortable with plays and calling them.
You just see the poise, him going through his reads. He just, compared to last year and the end of last year, he just looked more comfortable calling the plays, setting protection and things like that. So you definitely see a lot of experience.
The Bears will be getting a lot of national exposure this summer, starting with the Hall of Fame game in Canton, and then there's the Hard Knocks series. Kevin Warren says the Bears are ready to handle all of it.
I trust our leadership. I trust Coach. I trust Ryan. I trust our players. If you're doing the right things in the right manner, you have nothing to hide. And so I trust that we'll do it the right way. And so I think it'll be a really positive journey, one on Hard Knocks, but to be on Pickens End, Hard Knocks, a Hall of Fame game, play in London.
Well, NIU's football team will be playing on new turf this coming season. A new AstroTurf root zone system has been installed over the entire surface of the field, end zone areas, and sidelines. The surface is artificial, but it looks and feels more like real grass. It provides better traction, shock absorption, and the infill holds place in chunks, the little chunks of rubber and sand that won't be splashing up during the action like they have in the past. That's a look at sports. We'll be right back.
So your radar is a little colorful off to our northwest.
Yeah, we've got a couple of thunderstorms we're keeping an eye on. One severe thunderstorm warning for western Greene County, and that'll run until 6 o'clock. Biggest threat with that going to be some damaging winds. That storm has had a history of producing actually some wind damage back in southwest Wisconsin. But as the storms move through, they're putting out some outflow boundaries. So we may actually have a few thunderstorms develop along those boundaries. Eastern Iowa, northwest Illinois. So we're kind of holding on to that isolated storm threat here through sunset tonight. Biggest threat with any of those storms would be the wind potential with that, just because we're dry. So you get some cooling that takes place, and then you get these downburst winds that occur from that. So that would be an isolated threat through this evening. We've got a few thunderstorms overnight, and then watching our severe potential tomorrow afternoon for Thursday.
All right, thanks, Candace. And thanks so much for watching. Have a good evening.